Yes, guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the podcast, episode 2. Today we're joined by probably the best amateur boxer this country's ever seen. Won everything. British, European, Commonwealth, world. Obviously missed weight at the Olympics, but really excited to have him on. Frankie Gavin. How's it going,
Thanks for
Frankie?
having me. Yeah, really looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Done one a few years ago with Trish Dixon, and I got really good feedback from it. And I have been asked a few times to do it since, but I don't want to do it unless it's with boxing people like yourself, and so then you get the right questions. Other people just come off topic and that, if you know what I mean. But these are the ones I want. Yeah.
But yeah, loads of people have asked me to get you on, and I've been buzzing for this one. Obviously, been in the pipeline for 2 weeks now, hasn't it?
Yeah,
but,
probably longer really.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So start off young, get going. Obviously, born in Birmingham.
Yeah.
What age you start boxing? How did you get into the sport?
Well,
how did it come about?
Probably about 12, and I was in the back garden sparring one of the kids, one who used to box, and my next door neighbour, his granddad run the boxing club. Sadly passed away 2 weeks ago, but he ran the boxing club, and he's come out and he goes, "Do you want to box?" He must have seen me sparring with a kid, and I had nothing bad to do. I used to just throw stones at cars and get chased all the time. So I went to the gym, and this is like I've still never heard of this. I went to the gym on a Wednesday. We sparred. I sparred with one of the main kids from around the area, but I didn't know him. If I knew it was him, I would have bottled it.
Yeah.
We both come out with bloody nose. His name was Gary Stowe, a really good fighter as well. Then next Friday, on the Friday we went in, that same Friday, and everyone was getting their medicals. So he's gone to us too. Come on. So me and him got our medicals. Went to a show next Friday, just sitting there. Are you fighting? Threw me a pair of boots, probably 3 sizes too big. A pair of shorts and my kit, and then I had a fight like 10 days after walking into a gym.
What? So the first fight was after 10 days of boxing? That is meant. What, you took to it that quick?
I don't think I took to it. I just think he wanted the expenses and he had a point before the fight. And then I lost by a point. I remember it was a split.
Yeah.
To a kid from Hard and Fast in Bradford. Then I won 18 on the bounce. Not because I was good. I think because I was really competitive. And I remember watching videos, still got now, like block punches like that instead of blocking. Block them and come back. I just had a way to win, if you know what I mean.
Just a really good style to win fights.
And then I boxed Gary Stowe, the kid who was sparred. We boxed 3 times. I give a stone away in weight twice and 10 kilos once. Matthew Macklin was the fight for this as well. He was about to do my corner on the last one. And he's seen us. He goes, "What's the weight difference?" And they've gone 10 kilo because I ain't doing that corner. But we had to do it, otherwise I wouldn't have got my medical.
Yeah.
So I moved club because we had an argument. So I got beat on a split, I remember it. Then I had something like 22, lost 3. Then I went to Small Leaf, which is like a really big gym in Birmingham back at that. The Ramseys who won the ABAs, Macklin obviously. Yeah. Loads of people, some lads who went to the Olympics. Then I lost 7 out of 15. So when I lost 7 out of 15, but I weren't bothered. Like I wasn't thinking I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
Remember this kid? I've moved to Droitwich now, and there's a kid from Droitwich called Dan Bradley. He always used to beat me, but I didn't think he was fair. But then I'm boxing in the championships, and I remember the trainer saying to me, "Got some new trainers here. If you win, they're yours." And then that's when I beat him. Then
to get the new trainer.
I think so.
Straight into it.
Yeah. And then after that, I got to the semis of the schools in the year 10, I think it was. Lost to a kid called Luke Allen. He was pretty good. But then we went to GB, and it was England. Sorry, at the time.
Was that your first taste of first taste of success as an amateur? What did you win? Did you obviously was it schools?
Didn't win nothing at that time.
Didn't win nothing as a schoolboy.
No, I got the semis, and then I sparred that kid. And one coach came and he said, "Just take a step back, Frankie." And all I done was just adjusted back, and then it just made the spar complete, and then I was just all over him. Then I got picked above him.
So
and then I won. What you just saying? Won the schools, the juniors, and ABCs in the same year. They were my first 3. But
and then
you get a call up, don't you?
Yeah.
I didn't get a call up after them.
Nah.
And then I went to the Junior Olympics, and then me, Stephen Smith, a few of us went there. And then
was it a good team?
Wicked team. Tony Hill, John O'Donnell was unbelievable. Don't know if you ever heard?
Nah.
Wicked safe. He won the gold. Who else went? Jamie McDonnell.
Yeah, Jamie McDonnell.
He drew Rousey Warren first fight, and Gary Russell Jr. the second fight. So he just had it hard.
Did he beat him?
Nah. They were class. Then Sheldon Joplin.
Nah, I don't know him.
Yeah, he boxed Devin Alexander. And so
yeah.
And then the next day, boxed him again. The Granada can box again, so he was gutted. So I would have been gutted for him. I boxed. So I've got there, and they've gone, "You're fighting Stephen Smith," and I was like, England. I thought he was doing 48.
Yeah.
But then I boxed him, all the Americans, there were a lot more cheering for me, I think. So he was just trying to go, "You want to move, Frankie?" He's going to, because he knocked the kid out the day before in a round from Quebec, 48 seconds, if I remember rightly. So go and watch the body, they were all like cheering. But then I beached it. Then I boxed Sugar Ray Robinson, is what they called him. The one who drew with Josh Kelly as a pro.
Oh, yeah, quite recently. Yeah, I remember
Josh,
him, yeah.
I beat him, and then I boxed a Mexican in the final. And it was crazy, because I was on the coach. In the final, they moved the arena to Wisconsin, which is like 4 hours away. Michael Grant, can you remember him, the heavyweight?
Nah, I can't.
He was 32-0 at the time, and he was top of the bill. Moved us onto a pro card, just 3 of us, me, Tony Hill, and John O'Donnell. So I'm sitting on the bus, the kids next to me on the PSP. We kept swapping games, we were swapping our iPad. When are you fighting anyway? And then he's gone, oh. And then we looked at the list and we were fighting each other.
You were sat on the bus playing games with each
other. Then we stopped talking then until we got there, and I beat him on a split. So it was good, to be fair.
Yeah, good experience. What was it like? So your amateur club, Hall Green, is that where you had all your success?
Yeah.
How did it come about moving to there? And like, how did
no one's
you
ever
get into
asked me
that
this
gym?
question, you know,
Yeah.
right? Honestly, was that after the Junior Olympics? I think they had a little fallout, Tom and the guy who owned Small Leaf, and they had a little moan about it, so they told him to find a new gym. This was 3 days before the Junior Olympics.
Yeah.
So Tom's walked out of the gym. I walked out and Tom said, no, finish your session. So I finished the session. Tom was waiting for them. We found another gym. When I was over there, the club sent a letter out to England saying, we don't want him to box. Like, we don't want him to box. So we had a little chat and they've gone, we can say we never received this until the Sunday if you want. And
Yeah. So
then I won gold. Then when I come back, that's when Hall Green got formed. I remember I had 49 fights in a Hall Green Fest, 148. I lost to a lad in the youth from Dagenham called Dean Smith. We're in York Hall, computer scoring. And everyone in boxing knew about this. And then just before our fight, it went to manual scoring, the computers were off. We're like, but I didn't know, but my coach knew about it. I lost on a 3-2 split, which I'd never lost.
Got stitched
and all
up.
of a sudden, the computer scoring's back on. So as I'm walking out, I'm crying. They give me a trophy. I remember smashing up. I'm not a bad loser, but I wouldn't get cheated.
Yeah.
So I'm walking out and I'm crying. I'm going pro. Even though I was a little boy.
When was this? How old was you?
I was 17. But as I was walking out, they come to me the 4 Nations letter, and only the people who get to the final win it get that. Gone, that's yours.
And give it.
Him. But at the time, I was like the top 3 in the world probably, and it's just a bad decision. I was just messing with him, just sitting on the back foot. Even when I see him now, because remember when I beat you, and I think, you never beat me.
Yeah.
But he's still always on the one. I think he's a coach now in London. He's not at Dagenham, could be at Raynham, but he's a really nice bloke at the same time.
Yeah.
And so then that was my turning point then, I think.
So after that, you got beat there,
I just took over everything then, never got beat again.
That was like what you needed, like be under your bonnet, like straight into it.
I think I wasn't boxing too well in there, but I was still winning. And then from then, I never lost in England again then, until I was a pro,
That's some doing that. How many amateur fights did you have?
100 and about 140, lost about 20.
Some record that, innit?
Yeah, but I lost, like I told you at the beginning, I probably lost 15 at my first 40.
And then the rest of them is just...
77 for England, it was 170, so...
Not many kids are having 77 international fights these days, are they?
But all that group I've got, like Stephen Smith, Tony Jeffries, Don Broaders, we were all above 50, all of us.
Yeah.
We were like a team that just kept together. No, like now you get people coming in as senior. We didn't have that.
It was just...
Our team just kept our number one spot,
Kept winning everything domestically.
Back when we used to box, sorry to put in, we had to do that, and that's what pisses me off now. People don't, like you've just said you're doing the ABAs again.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't do them. They're scared to defend their title. They're scared, if you know what I mean.
But you may as well do it, aren't you? If you want to be the
boy,
best,
there's nothing to be
worried about. If you're confident, you go in them. I'll win them. Like, it's not pointless sitting there at GB saying, "Nah, I'm not going in them because I don't need to." But you do really. You want to say, "Oh, I'm the top dog in England."
And you get all your friends to come and see you again. In the second time I won the ABAs, Tom had it on writing. I landed 156 punches on the computer score and got hit 11 times in 6 fights. And 7 of them were in Tom Stalker in the final. So
that was
in
a good
the other
fight.
5, I only got hit with 4 points. So I won 15-0, 17-1, 17-0. Just was winning that way.
Whitewashing people. Sam mentioned it. He said he boxed Tom Stalker in the regional rounds of the year you beat him in the final. Yeah. Was that a good fight with Tom Stalker in the ABA
final? It was really awkward, Tom. Remember, we were on England and Mick Gannon, we were sitting there, and at the time I was like not in the big Eddie, I was the boy at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember Mick Gannon going to Terry Edwards, Tom Stalker would beat him, and Terry started laughing like. And I remember I sparred Tom that day, and I'm not being disrespectful, like I was miles ahead at the time.
Would you?
And he was such a, like, the gratitude of him. I think he respected me a bit more than he should have, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like
then over the years, then we had some cracking spars. We both got to know each other well. We had to do something different to beat one another, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And he was for the world. He had a lot of sparring with him, and I think that helped me as well.
Influential.
He's so awkward as well, and he's so big.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't care. He'll have it really like.
Yeah. What would you say? So what was your coach called at Hall Green?
Tom Cheney.
Tom, would you say he was massively influential on your career?
100%. I would have quit boxing at 15 if it weren't for Tom.
Would you?
1,000,000%.
What, he kept you on the straight and narrow?
100%. Yeah, like a father. I did have a dad. Lives in Manchester.
Yeah.
Is it Cheadle Hume?
Yeah, Cheadle.
He's from there. Yeah, he passed away recently, but I didn't know him. So And like, so I've never really had that father figure, and Tom took over that father figure for me.
Yeah, what, making sure you was in the gym all the time?
Yeah, but in camp, like, oh, listen, we know I took the piss a bit. Like,
Yeah.
Listen, I've heard people say I didn't train, but I was speaking to Bob Dylan yesterday. I think you know Bob.
Yeah.
And Bob said, someone said it to me the other week. He said, "You one of the hardest trainers. No one could ever question my training. I was first in, last day at the gym. I love the game.
Yeah.
It's just, say, if I see a Mars bar, I'll have that Mars bar. I think I'll have that Mars bar and I'll do a 4-mile run later.
Yeah, that's how boxers think,
innit? My diet just took the piss, if you know what I mean. One thing I know, if I knew now what I know, if I knew now what back then, I would have been a world champion as a pro. 100%. My life would have been completely different.
You'd have changed it massively?
Yeah, massively. Just I took sometimes, like towards the end, I was going out partying, doing things I shouldn't have.
What, on the same week as fights?
Yeah, 2 weeks before the Bradley Skeet fight, I was on the sesh for a weekend. Honestly, just
I just mental
after the Olympics.
And you still beat Bradley Skeet?
Yeah.
So you done 2 weeks on the sesh. You done 2 weeks on the sesh. Come back and won the British title.
Mad, innit? I've honestly.
That's talent, innit?
From after the Olympics, I really fell out of love with the game. I didn't like it. Then I pulled out of a fight. I had some bad news in the family, so I pulled out of a fight on the day's notice with Frank Wine. I think it was Frank who actually got Dean Burns stepped in, he got stopped. Well, just like mental health, everything was going through with me. I know people say to not the ring you, but I wasn't going out enough, and I was just in a really bad place with personal issues. And then I left Jimmy Tibbs. Nothing to do with the Tibbs, he's a great coach. I just left them because I just couldn't live in. I was on my own in London. I was getting suicidal. Because you're
just on your own all the time. You're going to the gym.
Around this time, Darren Sutherland when he. That's the way I do.
Yeah.
Just I'm someone who needs to be around people I know, family, friends.
You like your home comfort.
Yeah. So I went back to the gym with Tom Chain. I said to Tom, if you're gonna train me, I'm retiring, and I really think I would have quit that spot.
Yeah. If you didn't say I'll train you.
And then it just changed. I went and moved in for 4 months, and I just got myself back in order, back on track. And then from say when I beat Kevin McIntyre until probably the Bundu fight for the European.
Yeah.
I just lived the perfect life. My performances were showing it. I still believe to this day I beat Bundu.
Yeah. I know. Split decision, that wasn't it?
Yeah. He come up to me at the end of the fight. He's going, well done, you won.
Like,
then at the end, I said to him, you even said I won. He goes, I thought you were going to get a home down decision. I thought you prick.
Yeah.
But he was a nice guy.
I've had that a few times.
But even the referee said to me, he's saying, you've won that.
Yeah.
But the day before, Tom Cheney said to the other coach, he said, he's not going to get this. If it's close, he's gone, well, he said, I'm in England, in Wolverhampton, doing a European meeting in Italian.
Yeah.
Just
like favour the Italian.
Yeah, it weren't even in English, it was in Italian, and someone was interpreting it to them. He said he's the way around.
Yeah, it should be. You're in England, do it our way.
Of course, yeah. Definitely. But he was loved by him. He had all them big fights, all them defences. And after me, he boxed Furman, didn't he?
Yeah, people say, you underachieved and all this. You could have been what, but if you look at what you actually did as a professional,
didn't do bad, you
still do 10 times more than 100 times more than what your average professional does. You know what I mean? So I don't think you get the credit you deserve in a way because of the lifestyle you live. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think anyway.
Definitely. I think though, because I was that far ahead of everyone as an amateur,
they just expect.
People used to see, and because I'm not like, I think them 2 years between say 2006 and 2008, I believe I was close to being unbeatable. With the point scoring at it after the T, I was beating the European champions at the weight above on a week's notice. It was like when I'd be out, you know what I mean? So it was just mad, like I like achieved that much, and then we were pro, everything was just expected.
Yeah.
But apart from the people in boxing guys, 2 weeks, because I only used to.
You do, no matter what you do, if you're a top amateur, when you're transitioning, you're always going to get them people chirping up saying, too much of an amateur style like this, and you're always going to have them people, aren't you? And it's just, you just got to silence them, haven't you?
Of course, look, you know yourself now, you're fighting the best in the world. And then you come pro, you're fighting that taxi driver from. Mate, you're walking in there, honestly, I've done it myself, and I thought, is he taking the piss now? He's not really trying to trip me.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'd stand there with my hands up and they'd still miss.
And he'd still just stand there, hands tight. Like.
Yeah. And I'd throw punches and they'd miss you because they were that low level.
Yeah.
People don't understand like the difference. Like when I first went pro, after 2 fights, I said I don't want journeyman. I think I'm my third or fourth fight. I thought Seville had 27, 122. I just wanted to step up. I didn't want them people walking around like that.
Nah.
Because you don't learn nothing from them.
Your style as well, I bet you want people coming at you, so you make a miss, because naturally you're probably one of the best amateurs. Well, back to the amateurs, you had it down to a T, didn't you? Making people miss, making people, especially on the point scoring.
Yeah, definitely. If I got ahead by 2 points, I'd run.
Yeah, you knew exactly what to do.
I don't think I've ever been ahead and lost.
Nah.
If you know what I mean, I've always took control once I was ahead. And I think the computer game, like, computer one probably suit you as well, wouldn't it, to be fair?
Well, to be fair, I'm long rangey, but I get drawn in sometimes, and I think, well, we're having it here, but I'll get out of that. Do you know what I mean? As you learn, get more experience, start to box a bit more, get behind your jab. It's just experience, isn't
is
it?
the key to everything.
Yeah.
I always say to my fighters now, when he wants to have a fight, let's just box a bit.
Yeah.
Then the minute he wants to box, take it to him. Like just change it, do anything he don't want to do.
Yeah. Don't let him set the pace.
That's it, yeah.
So back to the amateurs now. You just said you just won. You got your letter for the Four Nations. You thought, fuck this, I'm turning pro.
Yeah, I was going to turn, but then I got that, went over there, wouldn't go. First, sorry, I got wait to do that, and then I got another letter, because the finals were 2 weeks away, that was the semis, and then the Four Nations after that. So they're going, do you want to come to Italy to the Six Nations? I went, yeah, and juniors.
What's that, the Six Nations?
Yeah, it was Italy, Germany, Kevin Mitchell come as well.
Yeah.
And he got beat, Kev, over there. I was like, how's he been beat by this German just before it? And then so they've sent me over the week after, and they've gone, you've got the Germany beat Mitchell. So I was thinking,
I'm in for
Mitchell's
it.
a banger, like,
Yeah.
Then I stopped him in a round on the computer scoring as well.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it was 10-point wall over there. And it started raining. We were fighting outside in the middle of Rome, in the town centre, so rain's coming in the ring. And then someone said, we came Mitchell domestically. Him and Nick McDonald were the best things we probably had for you. They won everything, yeah.
As an amateur? What, Kevin Mitchell did?
And what's his name? Nick McDonald, they won everything. I think Kevin Mitchell won the 4 scores, the 2 juniors, the seniors, he won everything. But he just couldn't do it internationally.
Good. It's mad that, innit? You get some kids who just
Nick McDonald,
smash it.
I think he's the most decorated amateur we ever had. I don't know about now because they've got more titles now.
Yeah, yeah.
But from whatever we had back then, he won everything, and he won everything every time. And then I went to the Commonwealth Games. He lost to some mediocre South African, terrible.
Because he just couldn't deal with the international style.
To be fair, the way he made weight, he was one of the biggest 54s I've ever seen.
Was he?
Just a starve, and I couldn't believe how he done it. And he still performed most of them, but I think that time he just took over. And then when he went pro, because he was getting so much weight off, his face would be gaunt, the cuts were coming.
Yeah, yeah.
And we all thought he was going to be world champion without a doubt, but it just didn't happen.
Didn't win nothing as a pro?
No, nothing at all. I think he had 4 or 5 fights and just cuts done.
It's crazy that, innit? Like, some kids will just clean up amateurs and then...
Remember Malcolm Maguire? You ever heard of him?
Nah, I don't think so.
Honestly, the best, and I state this, Degale, I've been with Amir Khan, I've been with more. Maguire's the most gifted boxer I've ever been in the gym with, and I think most of them would say it as well. But then I think if smoke and a drink got in the way of it.
What, just the lifestyle got in the way?
World silver medalist, everything as a cadet, just there, and then I think the lifestyle just took over. Yeah, didn't do much as a pro either, even though he was that good.
Yeah. Mental, innit?
Crazy.
Because some kids you look at and you think he's destined to be a world champion.
He was that kid.
And they turn over and it's like, they disappear, don't they? And it's like, where's he gone? It's like, it's crazy.
Man. And then we had the European juniors after that. Me, Stephen Smith, John O'Donnell, and Tony Jeffries. You know Tony Jeffries?
Yeah, he's smashing it now, isn't he, Tony Jeffries?
Absolutely. I done I'm in a seminar with him and Stephen Smith a few weeks ago where it was in Leeds.
Yeah.
And he had so many people there, and they're probably, I don't know, £100 a head, whatever.
He's living in America, I know.
He don't live in America now. He's completely changed. He just travels the world, lives out of a suitcase. Him, his missus, and his 3 kids. His missus is...
All of them?
Yeah, his missus is a very smart woman. So I think she's a doctor or nurse.
Yeah.
She home tutors them. And they go around the world. They live out of suitcases. They go every part of the place. I think he's in the Dominican Republic at the minute.
That's class.
But he said to me, I don't use my bank. I just live off my subscribers. Something like that. But he's absolutely... I think he's got over 1 million subscribers. He's absolutely smashed.
Yeah, you're making silly.
He was always that kid that was going to make money. You say, I don't like boxing. I like money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... But he's listening to some hard work. No doubt about it. He's a grafter.
Nothing comes by luck, does it?
No, unless it's a lottery.
Yeah. So what, you've gone to the...
European Juniors,
European Junior Championships.
Yeah, I remember just before the European Juniors, though, I think I was 18, and we sparred with the senior team, and I sparred Gary Sykes.
Yeah. He boxed for a world title, didn't he, Gary Sykes?
Had a British box,
British.
Crawler a few times.
Yeah, Crawler, yeah.
And they just couldn't fight southpaws, so I'd be teeing off on him having a mess about. He was
as
decent.
A junior as well.
He was fitter than everybody, he just couldn't fight southpaws. And I remember Terry Edwards putting the question across, can we take Frankie? And he got told no by the other body junior, go, no, we're having him. But to be fair, I weren't mature enough. Them men would have walked through me at that time, if you know what I mean. And then the seniors come, so I'm getting ready for them. Come home to the gym and tell the seniors again, you ain't going in on. What do you mean? He said, you're a boy. He said, there's men there. And I didn't understand it at the time. I was probably just getting armpit hair then.
Yeah.
That low, if you know what I mean. I think I didn't even start puberty till I was about 16.
Late bloomer.
Yeah, it was just mad light, yeah. And then I remember I was screwing, thinking to myself, he's a prick, he's a prick. I'd never thought about leaving gym because I knew everything he'd done was for the right reason, Tom. And then straight after the ABAs, we got a phone call. You, Amir Khan, David Mulholland, and Chris Pacey won the ABAs in who was the best. So I looked at Tom, and Tom said, yeah, because he knew Khan weren't strong, just quick. David Mulholland was more of a boxer, and Pacey had no feet. He just was he could punch, but he had no feet.
No feet.
Tom's gone sound. So I've got there in the morning on the Friday. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing. So you all fight each other. So I've got there and then gone. Khan's pulled out. Khan's there and I put the what? And Terry said, because we said about you two not fighting, because we were both like, realistically at that time, we're probably both top 5 in the world.
You and Khan at the same weight?
Yeah. So he's pulled out.
He was a bit threatened.
Yeah, then Dave, I don't know if he's threatened. I believe I would have beat him back then.
Yeah.
Before the Olympics, we used to spar and I used to get the better. After
was this the 2008? The one what?
2004. It was 2003 the boxer was, the Olympics were the year after. And I believe, it was 2005, the boxer was just after the Olympics.
Yeah.
But before the Olympics, I used to get the better of him. I don't care what anyone says.
Khan?
Yeah, but after the Olympics, I'd say he got the better.
What do you think the Olympics changed you?
100%. That's what I was saying to you earlier about when you fight someone good, more experienced. I think they make you better.
Because he boxed Kindling over there, didn't he?
Yeah. And then he boxed, then he pulled out. And then Dave Mulholland's come walking out the changing room going, I'm not fighting if Khan's not in him, but I had Dave Mulholland. He knew I would have beat him.
Yeah.
He reached something the other week on us thing. Yeah, that would have had his number. I remember David Price saying to him, like, they're going, Frankie's there. And Dave Mulholland didn't know me that well, but Pricey did because I was on squads with him.
Yeah.
Price said, Frankie's good, trust me. I remember Pricey telling me that. He said to him, listen, don't underestimate Frankie, he's better than Khan.
Yeah.
And then
was Khan bigged up as an amateur?
Yeah,
like,
he was class. He was
like
class.
in the
every
country.
single day you spar him, just say you spar him on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It takes you 2 rounds to get used to him. He was that
what
quick.
to his speed?
I just could never. And he'd be like, boom, and you think, whatever. Even if you missed, you think you'd hear feel the wind off him.
Yeah.
But after 2 rounds, you got used to that speed.
What? So after 2 rounds, you settled with
him?
him?
You could settle him.
But
then.
that's why he
I
was
had
such a good amateur, because you've only got 3 rounds, haven't you? Well, it was 4-2.
4-2 then, but he's and you know, if he caught you early on, you're not recovering.
Nah.
So he's gonna jump all over you, and if you hurt, there's no way you're gonna have the cleverness to get out of the way and hold him, and block his punches. He's gonna be too much for it. But I remember it every single day you'd spar him. You get in the next day and you have to, because I had better feet than him, even though he had better hand, I'd move my feet. I wouldn't go near him for 2 rounds because I just knew I was going to get my head punched off.
Yeah, even if you tried to engage with him.
You try and mix with him, he's just too quick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I remember I watched him spar Pacquiao. Pacquiao was rapid, but Khan was quicker. Pacquiao was better, not that badly, but Khan was a lot quicker than him.
What, you watch Khan and Pacquiao?
Well, yeah, it was only on video, like, it was good, They're both whacking each other, both having it as well.
Yeah. Was that, I think I've seen that in the wild card.
That's the one, yeah. But
fastest spatter ever, like, innit?
Yeah, it's mad, yeah. So, and then he pulled out, sparred Pacey. I remember I was having a field day with him.
Just pinging him.
He had a thing on his leg and I was all about footwork.
Yeah.
And he's just walking, plodding around the ring. I was doing alley shuffles, peeping him. I remember I got boxed for the tournament and I only boxed once in the 3 days. So
but you boxed that well.
Yeah.
We'll give it him.
And then straight after that, I've done the ABAs. I won them pretty comfortably.
Seniors. First time in them. So you missed the first year.
Yeah, because of time. Then I won them straight after that. And then I had Stephen Jennings.
Did you box anyone decent
Stephen Jennings, he was a double junior ABA champion. And he had 2 first-round knockouts in both finals. And he was known for punching that, but just frustrated the life out of him. And he was just a banger, he was. And he was just from one side of the ring, throwing to the other side of the ring. He was just missing me with a hook. And then in the end, he was crying with frustration. Not because I hurt him, just frustration.
Just wound up.
He was a decent boxer, but I think I just got in his head a bit with the movement. And I remember, as the draw got called, the other 2 in the weight were terrible. And we drew him, and I remember looking at him and said, that's unlucky for you, that is, mate. And I walked off, and I think I half got in his head. And then I got the final, and the other kid got robbed in the semi, and his coach has come up and that should have been you and him in the final. It's a joke. I said, not really. It should have been me and Jennings in the final.
Yeah.
Because he would have wiped the floor with them.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he never got to, because I probably would have been worried then, because he would have knocked them both out.
Both out, and you'd have been like a bit worried, and you probably wouldn't have boxed as good, would you?
That's it, yeah. And then we had Chris Pacey then. He's won 7 ABA titles. So Chris Bessie, he won 7 senior ABA titles.
Some doing that, 7 seniors.
Crazy. And he was in the corner of the kid I was fighting in the final, Steve Turner's. But he used to like a drink, he did, Chris Bessie. And he's in the corner, he's going, just remember you both got 2 arms and 2 legs. And I remember leaning back, hitting with a left hand. I'd done him with a body shot, and he was like cold over. And then Chris Pacey gone, maybe not then. And then, I won on points. I think it was 14-1. I won my first ABA final. Like,
easy work.
Yeah, just like...
As soon as you get up, did you get on the bike?
I didn't need to with him. He was a big talky, so I was pressed this one, yeah. But any other time I would have, yeah.
So you won them seniors. What happened after that?
Then I went to the 4 Nations, and there was
the 4 Nations, is that... So, cause
England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, that was back then.
So it's only 3 nations now, and it's changed it up.
But that used to be England, Scotland. Remember Stephen Ormond?
Nah, I don't.
He's still around now, and but he's coaching now, but he boxed Terry Flanagan for the world title.
Yeah.
And he come there, and he was only small, and then I drew him, and then there was a Scotland and a Welsh kid, and then he didn't make the weight in the morning, so someone else never made the weight for once.
It's not you.
Yeah. Then so then redone the draw, which never happened. So then I ended up fighting twice anyway. So I won them, and then but after the ABA, she buzzing. So I remember having a beer, and I got a letter the next morning. We didn't know about this. You fight next week, so I won the ABA. Then I went out to have a beer again, and then I got a phone call. You fighting Cuba next week? So
Cuban?
Cuba, like, yeah. So we had to make 60 kilo.
What Cuban did you kindling this?
Yeah, I had kindling.
What was
this
that
at
like?
19.
So Olympic,
unbelievable.
how old are you here?
19, and
So
he's,
you're
and
19.
he's just beat Carney as in
He just beat Khan in the Olympic.
And I was sparring Khan the whole way through because with the new Carney Kindling we're going to fight. We didn't have no clue that I was going to fight him. And I remember getting to the weigh and I was 59.9, he weighed 63.8. So I'm like...
It's a big difference really in the amateur.
But he was a natural 60.
But
so
he was just a bit ballooned.
So I got Jamie Cox. I got Jamie. I said, not a chance. I said, I'm fighting. I said, no way am I missing this chance.
Yeah.
I knew he was... I didn't think I was going to beat him.
So you're 19, boxing the Olympic gold medalist from Cuba. In a,
So
what is it, like a duel?
Duel, yeah. It was GB fee. Cuba, like everyone who won the Four Nations.
So they got Cuba over.
Yeah. And then
who was on that bill? Do you remember?
Andy Lee.
Andy.
He fought Yuri de Spagna. He got beat by him. He got dropped by him. Well, he done really well with him. Then who else on? James got one on it because obviously Andy Lee was on it.
Yeah.
So he's the middleweight. I think they're the only two I can remember. David Price. I think he was the only one who won. I think he knocked the Cuban out. Yeah.
He was good amateur, David Price, wasn't he?
But I've never, and I still stick with it to this day. It's the biggest punch I've ever seen. I've been in places with walled out everyone. I don't think none of them punched as hard as him. Remember when we were about just before the Olympics, Tyson Fury walked into the GB. And we didn't know who I was going to come. You're here. We knew we were speaking because I'm coming to take David Price's, but I just
Is that what Fury said?
Yeah, only 17. Turned up in a soft top Merc, I remember it. And then David Price dropped him in sparring.
Dropped Fury?
Yeah, dropped him in sparring, yeah. And then after that, they had a fight, and I think in the fight, Price won, but Fury dropped him. But it wasn't a big drop like a
Yeah,
flash
it was just like,
Yeah, I'll give you a little story now as well. Then this one's not a bad one, yeah. Me and Michael Maguire, I was telling you about, we're in GB, in the Premier Room, and Tyson Fury's gone out. So we've had a poo in his pillow.
What, in Fury's
pillow? Do you know when I know you have a pillow and you sleep in it? Sometimes you put your hand inside, don't you?
Yeah.
So this is a whole day later, this is. So Michael Maguire's gone home because he's on the junior team, but me and him were messers, and then Fury's come in, gripped me around the neck, grabbed
Tyson Fury's good.
Pricey and Bellew got him off me. So we're in the room, like, and he's going, you shit in my pillow, you fucking this, you fuck, can you want me? And I thought to myself, I'm going to get out of this. Maguire went there, so I'm going, I'll prove it to you. So I ran Maguire, I've gone, so Mike, and yes, Frank, I'm going, Tyson Fury knows you pooed in his pillow. He's gone, how? I went, passed the phone to him.
What did he say to him?
He went mad, but because the travelling community, they were good friends at the same time. Yeah. So after it all wear down, he didn't really care, but he must have grabbed hard poo or something and put his hand on the pillar. I'm just glad he never come in and pull it in my face.
See, you wouldn't do that these days. Like, you'd be straight off if you did something like that these days, wouldn't you?
We went to Crystal Palace, where you used to be.
Yeah.
Me, Stephen Smith and everyone were having this, like, there was a big rave on, so we had a fire extinguisher fight. And I'm allowed to talk about this.
Yeah. Talk about
a fire extinguisher fight. Then Chris Edmonds, he was the main England coach. And this was the last fire extinguisher. So I'm walking around, and Chris Edmonds just walked through the door, just sprayed him straight in the face. Got in trouble for that.
Did you get kicked off for that?
I got kicked off in France. Yeah, the only time I ever got kicked off in France. And first time I ever had a drink, I had whiskey, and never touched whiskey again since. Even the thought of it knocks me sick. And I'm walking around, and there's this fat French guy. So he's walked past us. One of the lads have gone, what, you looking at, you fat prick? The only guys just spoke perfect English.
Yeah. He's
gone, you what? Then they just tried to smash our hotel to bits.
What, the French team?
Yeah, now the Turkish people in French. They weren't nothing to do with boxing. He's looking at us big fat guy at the pub when we walk. He's going, what, you looking at, you fat prick? And what you say, just spoke perfect English. So he's all kicked off. Tony Quigley, I don't know if you've heard of him.
Nah.
He won there. He boxed Paul Smith as a pro for the super middleweight title. Yeah. So he's standing there fighting, and we're all running. Well, he's knocking people out, to be fair. But then we got off, then we went back to the hotel, and all you heard was bang, bang, all our windows getting smashed of the hotel. So we got kicked off. And that was just before I was going senior. And I remember I spoke to my coach, I was going to go and fight for Ireland. My mum and dad are born in Ireland. So
they've kicked you off? You thought, I need to box internationally. I'll go through Ireland.
Yeah, so someone from Ireland's rang them up. And Khan was just on his first qualifier. So I got a phone call probably within that hour of their phone call saying, right, Frank, you want to spar Khan next week? I said, I thought I'm kicked off. And I was screwing. Then I already got the go-ahead from Ireland. I said, I'm not being funny. I've been on for 3 months. You haven't paid me.
Yeah.
Next minute, I got a message from the bank or whatever. 3 months money went in. I went straight there next
straight
week.
Off.
Back onto
so they got wind you was going to go for Ireland.
I paid me the 3 months money for the suspension and just straight back. Imagine, I think I was on £900 a month at 17.
Yeah.
So imagine like £2,700 at that age.
That's good, innit, when you're 19 especially.
And I come from more or less nothing, to be fair.
So you're
and
you do that for free when you...
thought I won a million pound at the time. Yeah.
Absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, and that was great. And then we had another one went to Sheffield. I'm not going to mention the names because they're famous now. I don't really want to get done. But we had a mad fight in Sheffield. We knocked out like a rugby team out, and 2 of the lads got kicked off for that. But I think Terry Edwards went to the police station. They're all in the police station. Some of them have been stamped on as well, these kids. And he just walked in, he's grabbed the two lads and just took them straight out. It's like he's a Freemason. It was crazy, yeah.
What, he just walked in the police station, took him straight
Yeah,
out?
just, we walked in, had a little conversation, they were gone. It was mad.
Straight as easy as that?
That was jail at that time for things what we were doing. But they started it, and they were coming out of us with bottles, but they just got hiding. And one of the lads knocked the policeman out cold. I'll tell you who it was after.
Yeah.
A Scouse lad.
So back to that kindling fight, what was that like, experience-wise?
He come out, and I remember, as he touched gloves, everyone touched gloves, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
And he done some mad bow thing. I ended up copying it after. You watched my fight with Stalker, I done it to him in the AA final. And he was just, come out, I thought I won the first round, but he was toying with me. When he was walking back to the corner, he was just standing up, gum shut out his mouth in his own hand, waving at the crowd. When he was taking drinks, just... When I seen it afterwards, I was thinking, what a prick. But he was that good then. I remember we going, and when you're really with him, you're really on form, you're on it, you're focused, and he'd just walk away. Then you'd have to lose focus then.
Yeah.
And then as you go again, he'd come. And I remember in the last round, he switched and he hit me with a right hook. And it would have dropped me if the ropes weren't there, but the ropes are there.
Yeah.
So they've kept me up, so I got the count. I remember looking at my amateur coach, Tom, because he used to go in the corner with GB when I boxed in England.
Yeah, yeah.
And no one else ever done that, none of the other coaches, but they used to let him. I think it's because I was like, doing my...
Yeah, yeah.
And I looked at him and said, no, I'm all right. But I was thinking, no, I'm not. And then the bell went. Well, yeah, just the things he was doing in that fight. I used to say to people, you've probably heard this yourself, you don't lose, you learn.
Yeah.
Nice guy, yeah, that's just for fucking losers, that is.
Yeah,
That's what losers say. But from that fight, I knew then.
You learnt more from that fight than winning.
Anything I've ever done. Anything.
Yeah, so without that kindling fight, you wouldn't be half.
I don't think so. No,
so, I mean, you need to take them opportunities, don't you?
you
Even
do,
if you're like, oh, you need to jump in there and do it, because even if you get beat, you come out the ring, you're 100 times better than what you was before.
I don't wrong. I always thought I'd beat everyone. I really did think I'll beat.
That's what boxers are like, though, aren't they? They think no matter who you're boxing, you're getting that mindset where you think, I'll beat him.
When I won the Worlds, I went there and I remember the interview before to come think you're qualified. So I want to win gold.
Yeah.
I remember my own teammates thinking, that's a bit brash, like.
Yeah.
I'm going to win gold, trust me. And I pissed it. I beat the world number 1, 2, and 3 in the same week.
You did at the World, so we'll go on to that now. So World Championships.
Yeah, I boxed a Barbados kid the first round. He weren't great.
Who was on this World Championship team, by the way? Who went over with
48 kilo Cali Giffey, world champion pro.
Yeah.
51, one of the Langleys, I think it was. No one, it was Cali Giffey done 51. I don't know. Darren Langley done 48.
Yeah, yeah.
54 Joe Murray won a bronze medal. 57 Stephen Smith got cheated by some German.
Did he?
Yeah, he even in his second qualify, pissed his second qualifying and robbed him blind.
Yeah.
He should have been at the Olympics. 60 kilo me. 64 Bradley Saunders got a bronze. 69 Neil Perkins, he lost to a German. I think he was the European champion. He ended up being a pro world champion. I forgot his name. A pro WBA light middleweight champion of the world. And not for long, but he had it. Yeah. And then 75 James Degale.
Some fighter amateur,
class, yeah. 81 Tony Jeffries. He won a bronze in the Olympics. Obviously, Degale got the gold in the Olympics.
Yeah.
But it's mad because Degale didn't qualify to the second qualifier. And then he won the gold in the Olympics.
That's mad, isn't it? Because some like we was talking about it before, weren't we? Like, you look at Galal Yafai, didn't qualify to the third qualifier, did he? And then won gold.
Mad, crazy.
It's all about who turns up, innit?
That's it. 91 was Danny Price.
Don't know Danny Price.
And then 91 plus with David Price. Another quick story. Went to Europeans, and Usyk was the reigning number 75 senior champion, and he weighed 81.2.
Usyk did?
Yeah, he won the 75 2 years before. Then he went to these ones at 81.2. So we're like, why he made 81? Because his best friend was 81. He would have took his spot. He didn't want to.
Yeah.
So he went 81.2 and won the heavyweight gold.
What? Even though he was only 81 kilos?
Won the 91. It was crazy. Just when we beat Danny Price, and the coach, he's slagging Danny. You've lost to a middleweight, you crap. But then he went and won the whole thing.
Yeah.
And
you look at it now. It's quite aged quite well. That loss, really, hasn't it?
Yeah. And then we went to America, and we'll go back. I had a fight in Birmingham about 2 weeks before on the street.
What, before the Worlds?
Yeah, to split my eye open. Maybe 3 weeks before, so I couldn't spar the whole time before the Worlds. And then just the last day before the World, Tim Witherspoon, he was really up James Degale, like lovely artist, the man. Then I sparred, and then he was up me and James. Then I sparred an American and just played with him. Yeah. And then he was really up me and James. And I remember going to the first round. I drew a Barbados, not caring the world.
That's what you want, really, innit? World Championships
I
thing.
won 20-0 in the second round. So that's 20, but I'm giving 3 counts, 20-0. And he just kept coming up to me every fight. He's like God. He's like an angel. He floats on around the ring. He kept doing it. He was just bigging me up before the fights. The Barbados kid did. Omar Ward, his name was. He just kept coming in my change room before the fights. He's making me feel like I was the best thing in the world. So I was like, keeping me in it. And then I boxed in Kazakhstan. He's only young. I was probably 22 then.
Kazakhs as amateurs, aren't they?
He's got to be 18, 19. Mary Askilov, his name was. He beats Josh Taylor. He beat Tom Stalker after that.
Yeah.
But he just come out and just wanted it. He was just on me the whole time. I think I beat him 29. And then he won the next World Championships in Italy.
So you've absolutely mullered him. And
then he was game.
Shows what level you're at there.
It was competitive, but I was just outboxing him.
Yeah.
And then I boxed a Turk called... I weren't a Turk. I boxed Romo Amanov. He was the 2005 silver medalist. He lost to Yugas in the final of the World Tour.
The Cuban Yugas?
Yeah, he lost to him in the final, yeah. And then I played with him. I remember seeing him in the morning because he was the one person I always said, I don't want to fight him. Because I thought he had my number. He was just non-stop with phases. And he just didn't stop. And then I said, in the morning, I made my way. He's got a silver sweatsuit. You can only see his eyes and his mouth and nose. And his fingers were coming out of it. It was crazy. Not even his hands.
What, was that dead at the weight?
Yeah, and then an hour later, I went past. He's still skipping. I've got his deadies.
That gives you a bit of confidence, doesn't it?
We were fighting fourth at 12 o'clock. It's like 9 o'clock the way in. So he ain't going to be able to get there. Come out straight away. I remember throwing a javelin, he got backhand, put him on his arse.
He was just gone.
Yeah. Then I just beat him comfortably then.
You probably needed to see him there skipping.
He made it better for me. I still would have beaten him because he was dead. Like, and I don't know if I would have beaten him 2005. I think that would have been a good fight.
Yeah.
But then I boxed the Turk then, who's the world junior champion.
Is this in the final?
No, this is the quarterfinal. I fought 6 times. Yeah.
But in 6 times in how many?
10 days. And then I boxed the Turk. He's the world junior champion coming in. He was just game. He just wanted it. But I loved that.
Yeah, I like that Turk.
So I was just playing with him, messing with him. And then Max Tishenko, who's double Olympic, triple world, 4 times European champion. And as I beat the Turk, I remember Terry Edwards saying, look at that. And I looked over and he's there and his whole team are watching me because you never see that. But you don't. The Russians just walk out. That's it. We're going to win tomorrow.
Yeah.
And straight away, he was 4-1 up after the first round. I've gone, he can't be up here. I thought I was pinging him. And he's gone, Frankie, remember in Italy, I was boxing in Italy. He said, if you're getting robbed, I'm going to throw the towel in. He said, I'm doing that here. We qualified. He said, just go out and give it him. I beat him 10-0 that round. It just changed the fight round. Then I was playing. Then I boxed Valentino in the next round. And this was the Italian Terry was on about. I've come back at the end of the first round in Italy. I'm 19 points down, 1 point away from getting stopped in a wicket. It's a proper toe-to-toe in and out boxing.
Yeah.
And I've had a good rate, but I thought pretty even. 2 points, probably down in Italy.
Yeah.
19 down, and Terry's went, I just threw the towel in.
What, he just threw it in?
He'd get out the ring. And that's what it reminded me against Tichenko. If you're getting cheated, he said, I'm not going to stand for it. So we'll just leave.
Yeah.
So I went for it, I got the win. Then I boxed Valentino the next day, that Italian. And I'm in there and I'm killing myself. I'm losing £6 a night, remember, to make the weight the next day. He's walking past me, eating the Mars bar, laughing at me. I thought, you prick. Then in the morning, he's come up to me, he's gone, today we make history. And I went, fuck off, you prick. And then I think I got in his head with that.
Yeah,
then I beat him and won that. That just changed everything then for me, really.
What, from winning the World's when you got back on the fight, everything was different when you got back?
I went to Belarus about 6 months later, but I went out the weight above because I couldn't make 60 no more. But we didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
Won 4 fights in 4, best boxer of the tournament. I remember the Russians come up to me, give me a flag, and I remember
they don't do that either. The Russians, do they?
They said you remind me of Costas Sassoon. I remember me and Stephen Smith done my corner there. We both went to Belarus as boxers, and our bags went missing. So I'm like, so Stephen Smith only just went up to 57, but he wouldn't have made it without a sweatsuit.
Yeah.
So the right thing was that we couldn't do 60. Well, I was wanting to do 64. I was supposed to do 60.
Yeah.
I was about 62. I had all my sweat gear ready. I don't know if I might have made it, I might not have. But then we rang the coach up and Terry, and he's gonna, Frankie said he'll do 64 if you want, but he's not gonna make 60. He's got no gear. So they've said yes. And so on the day of the first fight, Stephen Smith's luggage turned up and everything, but none of mine did. So I had the boxing, these boots, all his kit. But Stephen Smith done my corner for the tournament. It was good crack.
Yeah. You beat all the good 64 kids that tournament.
That tournament I just beat 3 Belarusians and Azerbaijan. Then I went to the European Unions, but I remember, I thought this is my last drink before the Olympics now.
So what month's this?
Probably April, May, but they're in August. And then, I've gone out from the whole weekend, I'll be honest, the Friday, the Saturday, the Sunday. Then I remember getting in Monday morning. I had a text off Terry, what do you fancy about the 69 European Union, 64 European Unions weekend? So I rang him and said, still half cut, like, I've gone, yeah, well, let me check my weight, I was 69 kilo. So I went on a run. Come back, I remember I was about 67 too, something like that.
Yeah.
Gone, yeah, I'll do that then. So I went there the next day. And I remember I made weight by playing five-a-side football with the Bulgarians in the sweatsuit. We're playing against Pulev and all them.
Yeah.
Me, Don Border, Smith and that. Yeah,
Pulev, the heavyweight.
Yeah, we're playing. Well, he hated losing. He was trying to take us out. He was.
Yeah, like
it was
2
really
footy challenges a lot.
And then because it was so hot over there, I made the weight, and then I drew Boris Georgiev, the reigning European champion, number 2 in the world, and he's one. I remember him battering me in sparring in Ireland about three weeks before. But I absolutely played with him, and he was crying after going, "This is just training for the Olympics." I was going, "Yeah, of course he is, mate. You got bashed." Then I boxed a really good German, so Slauler Kerber. He beat Josh Taylor as well.
Yeah.
And I boxed him. First 2 rounds was comfortable, and then he come into it a bit then. But yeah, I said to him at the end, "You had too much respect. He didn't want, because I was world champion at the time. He didn't want to come near me."
Did a lot after that when you boxed amateur? Did you feel like half the kids were beat before you got in the ring with them?
Yeah, and the judges were on my side a lot more.
That's what I mean. International boxing, you get a name for yourself. Yeah. Them judges are looking for you, and all them kids are like, "Oh, that's that kid." And you're like, you kind of half win fights before you get in the ring.
We boxed
10-9 up before you get in.
Boxed the Pole in Poland, so it's a butt in again.
Yeah, right.
And threw a 1-2, missed him by more, got 2 points on the score. And then you hear the England lads watching the video going, "He's got 2 points for that, huh?" And you hear him talking like,
you're not mourning when it's for you.
It wasn't easy enough, don't get me wrong, but it's just a point. They were just giving me points, and I boxed a Hungarian guy, Alakay. He boxed kindling everyone, he won everything, Europeans. He was just game, and I just like pinged him, and I got boxed. Every time I boxed at 64, I got boxed with a tournament, all 3 tournaments.
Yeah, so realistically, you should have gone to the Olympics at 64.
Yeah, definitely. I would have beat Bradley Saunders. I think everyone knew it.
Yeah,
so he lost to them 4 kids I beat in that week.
Yeah, so they should have took you.
Definitely. He said it afterwards.
That would have changed.
Certainly that Dominican Republican lad, Felix Diaz, he won gold, and I would have played with him.
Yeah.
And when at 60, I beat the gold, silver, and bronze medalists. And at 64, I beat 2 of the bronze medalists, but obviously I didn't fight the others.
Out of every trip you went on as an amateur and everyone you travelled with, who would you say? What was the best trip you went on? And who was the best characters you travelled with, would you say?
Yeah, Commonwealth Games was the best trip.
Where did you do the Commonwealths?
Australia. Unbelievable. Not saying they're the hardest, but it was a mixed sport, if you know what I mean. I ended up banging one of the 100-metre sprinters in GB as well. I was buzzing with that. I was only a kid as well. She was a woman. I was 19.
You were loving it.
Yeah, I don't know do that. And then it was mad because she kept messaging me when she come home, and I had a miss. I didn't have misses. She kept messaging me when I come home, but obviously I didn't follow up. It was just a great crowd. I've heard that me, Stephen Smith. I think it was Canadian, Pascal or something.
Yeah.
And the Canadian were giving him grief. And one of the scousers at 81, he did box. He knocked him out in the club as well. Police were looking everywhere.
Straight out.
Yeah, and I remember the next day, they were walking around, they caught me in the corner. They've gone, "Who's that kid?" I was going, "Don't you?" They've gone, "You do know him." They showed me pictures of me and him together. I went,
never seen him before.
They had big black eyes on them, the kids. But yeah,
class.
Definitely that one. But me, with Stephen Smith, I know we boxed, but he become my best friend.
Who Stephen Smith did? Yeah. I think you meet some of your best friends through the sport.
100%. You all, because you all live that life. You all know what. But they were like, we would see, if I didn't win a gold in a tournament and I lost the first round, and he was still in it, we'd cheer for each other.
Yeah, yeah.
You get a lot of people hating on each other.
You do. You get a lot of people saying, "Oh, I've lost. I don't really want him to win."
Yeah.
But you do.
These kids, you could see, we had the Scousers really took me under their wing. You would have thought I was the Scousers, to be fair.
Yeah. What Scousers who was you with?
Joe Selkirk.
Yeah.
Stephen Smith, Tony Bellew, David Price, Neil Perkins. And listen, there's many more I haven't really mentioned. Like I was close with James Degale, Cox, Broadhurst, me from Birmingham. And there's just loads of us were really, Tony Jeffries, like he's one of us, and we were all from the juniors together. And we're just close. And when anyone else would come in, like they'd have to like really get close to us for us to bring them in, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
So we used to call me, Jeffries, Stephen Smith, Degale and Danny Price. We used to call us the juniors, even though we were 22.
Yeah.
Because we come from the junior.
For everything together.
And we just, even now on that Team GB group chat, just great crack on there. The only thing is everyone gets slagged on there.
Do they?
It don't matter who you are, you're getting it.
Yeah. That's just it, yeah. So, back to it. You've won the Worlds.
Yeah.
Ready for the Olympics.
Yeah, went out there.
What was prep like for the Olympics? Because obviously it didn't go to plan, did it? It didn't. What happened shouldn't have happened.
I stopped brushing my teeth and everything a few weeks before. I was that scared of putting that little bit of weight on.
So, what weight was you and what weight did you need to be?
I started the cycle about 71, 72. But I was a young kid. I've been at 60 for 5 years now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've broken out at least 69 before the World. So then another couple of kilos went on. And it's just unbearable, the things. I remember about 3-4 weeks before the Olympics, I pulled out. But Tom said, let's try it. Because before the Worlds, I couldn't make it. So they sent me home to Birmingham. Tom Cheney said, listen, you're leaving with me, it'll make 60 kilo, I promise you.
Yeah.
And then I remember I sparred Tommy Langford, he battered me in sparring. I kicked the door off the gym, the kitchen door off the gym. sorry, the toilet door's still off in the gym. So when everyone has a bad spar or anything, Tom goes, that was Frankie when he had the bad spar. That's his reminders him. And I remember Tom, then after the spar, I think I was 60.8 after the spar with Langford. I had a black eye, got bad, but I was buzzing with my weight.
Yeah.
I remember Tom saying, I'll be back in a minute. And then Tom's not a drinker, Tom. But he said, I went to the pub and had a pint on my own.
Yeah.
I was that stressed. I went and had a pint on my own, Tom said. And then obviously went to the Worlds, done it. Then before the Olympics, we got me home. We got down to about 62. So we thought, you never know.
Yeah.
So, but I wasn't even breaking 64 before that, but Tom got me to 62. Then we went out there.
What, you went to Beijing?
Yeah,
So
Macau first.
what was it like? Did you get kitted out in that for the Olympics?
Yeah, I got everything. Yeah.
So you did all the stuff?
I had everything. Then I was in the camp and some woman's come in and she goes, that's not right, him.
Where was this camp?
Macau in China.
So it's like a holding camp, or is it like the Olympic Village? Did you go to the Olympic Village?
I didn't go there.
Never even went to the village?
Never went to Beijing, no, but this was like our camp. And then the woman's gone, something's wrong. So she come in and she took a swab test, I don't know why. Then she asked me to do a wheel. So you got no chance of me having a wheel. Not happening. So I was when I done my half an hour in the sun on the bike, I come out and lost 0.0.1. And that's half an hour in the sweatsuit. Then I needed a wee.
Was that dry?
I said, I need a wee now. So I went out a wee. And she walked in, she said, I'm just telling you straight. He boxes, I'm suing you. And she just walked out the room.
What, is it a Chinese woman?
No, a GB woman.
Oh, like...
She's obviously like a safeguarding thing, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then, then I'm not going. So I want to go home. So I went to China with my passport. My passport ran out when I was over there. Then I had to wait another few days to get another passport. Then when I got back, I've never known, like, I won the Commonwealth Games, I won everything. No one there when I get back off flights. Come back from the Olympics far away. There's about 100 reporters there.
What, waiting for you at the airport?
Yeah, waiting for me, yeah.
Really? Because they'd heard you've missed weight?
Yeah, loads. I remember sitting on...
Did you get some stick for it?
A bit, yeah, but the GB... I remember people say it's a drug test and that's drugs. Never in my life, I'm not going to tell you I haven't touched drugs, because I have touched drugs. It's not a good thing, like, but never touched anything performance enhancing.
Yeah.
Never failed a test in my life. I wouldn't do. I think anyone who fails performance enhancing drug, I believe you should be
banned from the sport, and there's no room.
Like, you kill someone, and we are trying to hurt.
That's what I mean.
People. So.
If you kill someone under the influence of a PED, you should get murder, shouldn't you?
My partner yesterday, Shana Tubb, she's with GB. She's 4 now as a pro now. She had a seminar with us with a college, and they've gone to her. Don't you feel sorry when you hurt people? She went, no. Of course you don't. But if you're having PEDs, you're still wanting to hurt people that bad. If you get like Conor Ben, it's 100% a drug cheat. I don't care what anybody says. He failed twice. I sparred him years ago, and he weren't that good. I thought he was poor, to be honest with you. And obviously he's improved, and you do improve. You do get stronger. You're a man, but you don't get that much stronger.
No.
And now look at him. Now he's not touching stuff. He don't look half as strong.
No.
Looks pretty weak, if anything. To be fair, I'm not saying that's the reason why.
Yeah.
But you don't fail 2 drug tests if you're not cheating.
And they say that, well, apparently every top level athlete, they're touching it, aren't they? They say, like...
To say that, but I've been in the top gyms all over the world. I've never seen it.
Nah.
Never seen it. But...
It puts a bad shine on the sport as well, doesn't it?
Dean from Ireland.
Nah.
But we was in Manny Pacquiao's gym, he lived there. And I remember Pacquiao got stopped at the beginning. Khan was getting dropped by everyone.
Yeah.
And then he said, he was in the wild card. He used to have to leave his room because he lived in the wild card. And Khan and Pacquiao and that Arisa guy would go in there. His words, not mine. You know?
Yeah.
But he said it, they were 100% honest. And listen, how can Khan be getting dropped off Gomez and Limond and then stand up to Medina?
A big right over and right off.
Yeah, and then how can Pacquiao be standing up to Marquez, standing up to Cotto and all them, Margarito? That's how you spell it, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Arisa leaves and them two get knocked out.
Yeah.
He got done by Fargas, he got done by Marquez. And they started to get hurt. They just weren't even looking in the shape they were. And then Pacquiao would never have a drug test. He didn't like needles.
Nah.
The minute Arisa went to Mayweather's camp, let's have a drug test.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And mate, I don't care what anyone says. I believe
it's bent, innit?
Yeah, but kind of bent, 100% cheat. You can't foul twice. You foul twice, the next time he's got money around him.
Once is a coincidence, innit? And well, once might be an accident, but twice isn't an accident.
Because you change your life when you change everywhere you go.
Yeah.
You thought you were gonna there's a chance you're getting banned. You change everything you've ever done.
Yeah.
To stop it. And to be fair, I liked him. I liked the way he talks. I liked him as a person, but there is no way he ain't a drug cheat.
Yeah. So back to it. Anyway. Fresh off the plane, coming home from the Olympics, obviously you're a bit gutted. I know, I did you half embrace it.
I went to a boxing fight show the next day and someone's gone, what are you doing here? When you're home, I said, mate, I just tried to get my mind off it, to be fair, yeah. Not drinking enough, I just didn't. But just before the Olympics, about 3 months before, I got a phone call off Frank Warren saying, I know you're struggling with the weight. Come and sign with me.
Did you wish he never rang you? Did that put it in your head?
Nah, I wish I went.
What you wish you'd just gone straight with Frank Warren and not tried to do the weight?
Yeah, but it gave me a good But I met Hennessy first. You know Mick Hennessy.
So is this turning pro now? So
Yeah.
you've come back from the Olympics, obviously gutted.
Pro, that's it done.
Boom, your eyes are set on the pros.
That's it, yeah. And then
You're thinking, I'm going to make some serious money
yeah,
here.
I just thought I just wanted to win titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, the money was nice, but just to win
Yeah.
titles. I remember I didn't really have money or nothing. And I went Hennessy, he offered me a deal. I didn't think it was great. And then he's gone, pass me the contract. I'm not signing. I mean, Warren tomorrow first, I'll do that. And then he's gone, well, the offer's gone. And then I remember.
Is that what Hennessy said?
Yeah, he said the offer's gone then. And I couldn't sign with McCracken then because McCracken was going to train me at first, Rob.
Rob was?
Yeah, because only if I signed with Hennessy though. So that left. So when I met Frank Warren the next day, he offered me 5 times the signing on fee. And he offered me
Was it good money at the time?
50 grand to sign.
What, to sign with him? Just to sign?
Just to sign the contract.
And I bet to you that's like, well, to anyone, 50 grand's 50 grand, isn't it? It's like...
And then, yeah, so he offered me the 50 grand and 25 a fight.
25 grand a fight?
4 rounders. Yeah, so I've gone. Any chance I'll get 10 grand now? My coach went red, just from nothing. Like, and he went, yeah, I'll transfer it you later.
Did he send it? What, you signed it that day and he sent you 10 grand?
Yeah, I had a guy called Gareth Williams and he's Ricky Hatton's sports lister. We brought him on side, so he'd done the contract for me. And I remember when I walked out, Tom was laughing because I can't believe you just asked him for that. Well, it's mine anyway. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. I'm a young kid.
Just wanted 10 grand.
Yeah, well, can I have 10 grand now then? And he's like, yeah. I just
Did you ever, so was it just Frank Warren? Did you never meet with anyone else there?
De La Hoya, Richard Schaefer.
Oscar De La Hoya?
Yeah, Richard Schaefer took us to the Hatton fight for Liscano in Man City football ground.
Yeah.
Just before we went, they took us out for a meal. He's not De La Hoya went there. Richard Schaefer, he's the golden boy.
Yeah, golden boy head. Yeah.
And he said, whatever Warren's offered you, I'll match it now.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, I'll match it now. Whatever Warren's offered you, I'll match it now. But I just had a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, a baby. So I just had the baby, and I thought, I'm not leaving. I can't take.
What did he want you to go and train in America?
Yeah, it was all that.
He wanted to build you in America.
Yeah, now I look back and I wish I went.
Imagine if you went to
me going out and stuff like that. I just
like you said, you were like your home comfort. So do you know what I mean? You might not have been half the fighter in America.
But I wouldn't have been out either.
You would.
My mates, not about they're nuts like the crackers. Like,
yeah.
They'd always keep me out of the crap. Like if it's going off or they're going to get something what they shouldn't have got, I'd be kept away from it, or like guns or whatever. But that's what they were about. And then I'm on my debut.
This your pro debut now?
It's in Birmingham, so I've ordered 300 tickets.
A lot of hype around it.
Yeah, been massive. And I was really well known in Birmingham because I was around all the lads.
Yeah. I bet you never struggled selling tickets, did you?
Not at all. This is what I say to my missus. I know you don't drink, but you still got to go out to the football games and around people and interact with people.
Yeah.
And like, because she's humble, so show you one of them if you know what I mean, to get the tickets. So I remember I ordered 300 tickets. I sold them in 5 days, and I rang them up. So I needed another 300. They're gone, what have you done with them? Sold them. So I sent them the money. Another 300 out, sent him the money. When you sent us money again, I said, yeah, I need another 300. I remember sending up just under 1,100 on my debut.
Class.
And we were in the room. I said, how many need Degale and Billy Joe sold? Just like, one was 7, one was 37. So they didn't need to. They had the money. One of tickets. They're from London, obviously. Then I went to Ireland. My next one, I sold 400 in Ireland.
That's good. So international, and you sold 400. Our kids couldn't even sell 400 tickets in their own time, could they?
Not in the district. My missus struggles a bit now with tickets.
Yeah.
And in that side of the game, I've seen now, I would have stayed amateur or not boxed.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I was telling you about promoters. I went with Eddie Hearn after a while. We talk about it. And I wish I stayed with Frank. But this guy now, the BCB promotions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sean's last fight, last minute, didn't really get the tickets sold we needed to do. And he put the money himself for the fight.
Yeah.
And you don't hear
that people doing that these days. They'd pull you straight off the show, wouldn't they?
Look for it to fight, yeah. And the fight before, I don't think it was as well as it should have. And he said, listen, forget about that. You worry about the fight, I'll make sure you get paid.
Yeah.
In the end, she done the tickets she needed to, but if she never, he still would have paid her.
Yeah.
And this just shows me like
there's not a lot.
How genuinely was, yeah.
Well, the pro game, what did you think of it? Obviously, compared to the amateurs.
Everyone's in it for pain. I was with a few coaches,
it?
like I had coaches, and I'm just saying, Tom Chaney's probably the only person who never said to me, what you getting?
Yeah.
Never asked me what I was getting paid. He just knew the minute I got paid, I'd send him the 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Frank Warren up first, he used to give you a piece of paper. Every time you weigh in, you get a piece of paper to sign what you're getting paid and whatever it is. I'd always pass that to Tom, but he'd never ask me for it. He'd never asked me before what I got. So I'd look after that, Tom, because I'll lose it. Like.
Yeah.
But so we could look at it if he wanted. Whether he did or not, I don't know. But he'd never, ever ask me about it. Like, he'd never say, what you getting paid? He showed me weren't for money, if you know.
Yeah, he was there.
I could have probably said, listen, I can't pay you this fight. I ain't got the money, and he would have went sound.
Yeah, he was doing it for passion and for the love of you, not just for a quid.
We were like a family at the same time, if you know what I mean.
So what a lot of people had, they just They love you when you're winning, don't they? And they hate you when you're losing.
That's the one.
That's the pros, innit?
Yeah.
Everyone's in your pocket trying to get a quid out of you.
100%. And I had friends like I'd walk out the place, and if someone would find me 500 quid, yeah, mate, that's on us tonight. Let's go out. The minute you're not boxing, you lose or whatever, they don't want to know you.
Nah,
I used to bring friends with me to like all like the proper shows I went to, some premieres and that.
Yeah.
And I want to bring my brother and my best mates because I thought these were my best mates.
But
it's just mad. Like, but what I know now from what, like I said earlier, what I know now from when I went pro, if I knew this now, I'd be a different person.
Yeah.
Probably be a millionaire, I reckon.
Yeah, so you'd have a few quid, wouldn't you?
I'm doing all right saving money now. I didn't save a penny when I was a pro.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go and get that Gucci tracksuit. Let's go and get that. Let's get the Barbie kitted out and everything.
Yeah. But you're smart now.
Yeah, lots.
You learned, didn't you? When was the first title you challenged for as a pro? Obviously, you said you didn't want to deal with journeymen because
I think it was my 7th or 8th fight. I fought for the Irish title, but that was good. My nan passed away. She was born in Ireland. My mum was born in Ireland. I always wanted that title. That was in Birmingham as well, so it was an Irish title in Birmingham. And I've got two good mates, Malcolm Malvin and Sean Cogan from Birmingham. And the last time that title was ever fought for in England was by them two, same weight in Birmingham.
So
it's good, like good little story behind it. I was with Sean Cogan yesterday. He's the one who got my partner Sean the seminar. Yeah, he won fight then, and Malcolm Malvin just had a great win with Owen Cooper for the English.
Yeah, against Ethan James.
Oh yeah,
I
thought Ethan James was gonna win.
Did you?
100%. Yeah, I've never, probably my ignorance because I'd never really watched him, but just saw all the hype I heard, and Owen just took over.
Made it look easy, didn't it?
Sitting next to someone who was an Ethan James fan after 2 rounds, he goes, "No, they're close rounds." And I said, "No, they're not." So you're getting levered.
Nah,
there's a man against the boy, a man against the boy.
It was, wasn't it?
Chin hand in the air. And to be fair, I said it to Malcolm. I said, "You're up against it one week." Then I got a wink off Malcolm going, "Told you so." I said, "Mate, I was still cheering for you. I just didn't think you would." To be fair, he absolutely smashed it. To be fair,
yeah, he did, didn't he?
So hopefully now he gets some big money fights.
Yeah, should do.
Yeah, have you seen that Harry scarf?
Yeah.
Any good?
Oh yeah, decent.
He beat Echo, didn't he?
Yeah.
But I don't really like Echo. I like Echo, but now when I used to go to GB as an amateur, I used to like to spar Echo.
Yeah, because you used to think, yeah,
that's the one. Instead of sparring Pat McCormack.
Yeah.
Josh Kelly,
Yeah, you don't want to spar Pat McCormack's good, isn't he? Next level.
Well, only person that when I was saying that, I thought, oh my God, he's good.
Yeah.
Remember him saying it to me.
Well, you have to be good to get to Olympic world final, didn't you? And you know getting to Olympic.
I was near the end of my career, but I was always good at making you miss, but he was great at it as well. But he was just that bit sharp and precise, exactly.
Class. So when did you first fight for the British title as a pro?
13th fight. It's a mad story then. So I got 25 grand for my debut.
Yeah.
Then I was getting sometimes 30, sometimes 40.
What per fight?
Yeah, then I fought Junior Witter for 13 grand.
What, for the British title as well? Why is that?
Because purse bids. I was screwing. I got no chance of my fighting for that.
So Junior Witter?
But you
was he in Sheffield?
Yeah, I was
with Ingle?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I was supposed to fight Ronnie Heffron, but at the time, Ronnie Heffron was my...
Mark Heffron's brother, that?
Yeah, Ronnie Heffron. I've got 2 kids with their sister.
Yeah.
So me and her split off a couple of months. And then the fight got asked, so I was like, yeah, I want that fight. And he was like, yeah, I want that. I don't like him, I don't like him. But he pulled out just before. I think he got less money. And then I said, I'll split the money.
Yeah.
And then something come across. Tony Bellew, you had a chat with us both. Can I tell you this as well, Tony? He's gone, mate, your son, he's his nephew. And he like talked us out of the fight, if you know what I mean.
He's like sat you both down.
We were both like, yeah, he's a prick. But now I get on so well with Ronnie. I talk to him all the time. And Mark.
Class. Yeah.
But at the time, and I'm so glad we never boxed. Like, he thinks he would have won, I think I would have won. But I'm so glad we never, because it just would have caused a family feud.
Yeah,
really,
it would.
Yeah. Especially him getting bashed. Especially when he got battered, you know what I mean?
So you beat...
I'm only joking.
So you beat Junior Witter?
Beat Junior Witter. It was so awkward. He wasn't even looking at you. Hands were behind his back. You just couldn't see nothing with him.
Yeah.
But then in the 7th round, I looked over and he tried to climb out the ring.
Junior Witter was?
Yeah, but Dominic Ingle threw him back in and said, "You are not pulling out of this." He said, "You won't get paid. So you get disqualified, you don't get paid." Yeah. Then he just got through it, just running then. Yeah. The first 2-3 rounds, he's probably ahead. And then I just took over then. Yeah. Then I boxed Jason Wellborn. When I left, Jason Wellborn, he was like, in my eyes, he was a mediocre fighter, not great. Said, "I'm going to give you can fight Jason Wellborn in 9 weeks, 35 grand. Wow,
35 grand.
Get me the contract." Yes, I was buzzing all that. Yeah. And then when I boxed him, at the time, he's only just just come off the white collar, quite novice. And he was one of them persons said, "Is he really trying to hit me?" So I was putting my hands on, and that's probably my best performance as a pro.
What, against Wellborn?
Yeah, punch perfect.
Was you flying then? Living the life as a pro?
Living complete. That's when I got back with Tom, yeah. So I beat him comfortable. And then Ronnie Heffron got beat by Denton for sale. He was 20 and
Did you beat Denton for that?
Yeah, then I've messaged Denton the next day on Twitter. Listen, I've got the British, you've got the Commonwealth. What do you reckon?
Let's do it.
And he's gone, yeah, 100%. So we both had Dean Powell and Frank Warren in our managing things. So the fight got made straight away. But then it went to purse bids. I said, no, not a chance. I'm doing purse bids. We both agreed to it.
Yeah.
So I think it was 40 grand it won. So I'll get 24, he gets 16.
Yeah.
So I had the British. I said, not a chance. I said, you just give me 35 for that. I said, I'd rather not do the fight.
Yeah.
You don't have to fight. And he said, you do. I said, I'll go somewhere else then. And I was near the end of my contract then. Didn't have the Commonwealth. Then they upped me to 40 then.
For the Denzel fight.
The 50, I said, I'll do it for 40.
So you made some decent money boxing, really, haven't you?
I spent it on shit.
Have you?
yeah, spent it on crap. And now
now you're a lot more switched on.
A lot more switched on, yeah.
What was the best purse you got as a pro?
About 100 for Brook.
For the Kell Brook fight?
I was number 2 in the world at the time.
You got 100 grand?
I was about to go over to America to fight Timothy Bradley.
Why did you not do that?
Because that was for an eliminator to fight Brook. So Brook's on Sky, and he's in there, and they're talking away and everything. So Brooks, and they're going, we ain't got an opponent yet. So I've just messaged Eddie Hearn saying, I'll fight him next. Speak to him.
What, straight to Eddie Hearn?
Yeah, and I've seen him look at Brook with the phone.
Yeah.
And see it. And Brook's gone like that. So Eddie's gone, yeah, I'll give you 70 grand. I said, no chance. I think I ended up walking away about when you're 30, to be fair.
Yeah.
But if I would have waited a bit longer for the eliminator and then got it, or I would have just not
been as eager. Do you think you'd have beat Timothy Bradley?
Maybe at that time he weren't great. He was on the slide.
He was on the slide, wasn't he?
But listen, I'm not going to bullshit anyone. I didn't like the pro game. I had my good, up until about the Fasal fight, that was me. And then after that, I just weren't really bothered about it. I don't know why. I boxed David Barnes afterwards. And he broke my jaw in 3 places, and I broke my hand with Bradley Price to fight after.
And then you don't forget, like, you break your jaw there, you got all that, you've got to pay for that, get that fixed, haven't you? And it's like...
No, it was NHS.
Oh, yeah,
but because me like a prat, I went out on a sesh after.
Yeah.
So I didn't go back home for 2 days, and the whole week, like, I'm dying in bed. So then I went there, like, 9 days later to the hospital. So my jaw's really sore when it's broke, but it's half healed, so we don't need to do anything. So I was really lucky with it, yeah. But luckily, I didn't have an operation.
Yeah.
And with my hand, the same thing. Said it's broke,
just
it's healing.
Left it.
Yeah, so just leave it. It's half coming back together, which was mad. I think the jaw was a fracture actually.
What was the Brook fight like? Kell Brook fight?
Unbelievable. I really thought I was going to
win. What was the build up like?
Brilliant, yeah. I remember seeing him at the weigh-in. Thought, yeah, we're the same size. Why is everyone saying he's so big? Then the next morning you have your £10 weigh-in. He's coming sweating, so he's obviously trying to make the £10 or done the hot bath what he does. Yeah. Looked same size. Looked at him opposite the ring on the night. I thought, oh my God, I'm fighting a monster here. Yeah, he's massive. But he weren't really his power. Just accurate. I don't know how you do, but when I punch him, I just think I want to punch you in the face. I punch you in the neck. I mean, I punch you in the belly. He'd like, I'm going to punch you in your eye right there. I'm going to put that accurate.
Yeah,
it's like he knew where he was hitting you. And I've never been someone who got hit with right hands for fun. He was hitting me for fun. He's the only pro I can say was better than me. Maybe if I was 10 stone and I was the same size as him, I don't know. But he's the only pro I thought, you know what, he's better than me.
Yeah.
Didn't think after the fight I could accept the defeat. Where Eggington, I was better than him. I just didn't train for it.
What happened with Eggington fight?
I just didn't train for him. I was out drinking, partying like a prick. I was more worried about failing a test and failing the fight. Not from cheating, just from being recreational. He's been a prat.
What was this week before the Eggington fight?
Probably, yeah. Well, every weekend probably before.
What, you just knew you could, did you? What did you just think? I've got his number, I don't even need to train.
I just thought I'll have a payday, I won't bother.
Did you get paid well for the Eggington fight?
30, 40 grand. I just thought money. I know it's stupid. I look at
that's yeah.
But it's the truth. But the things what I've done wrong, now I'm coaching.
You're passing it down now. Like
you do not do this because I've done it and it never worked. Do you know what I mean?
Like you could have. It's all right saying, "Oh, coulda, shoulda, woulda." I could have made this. Could have done that. Yeah. You may as well use that now, and like you're in the amateur clubs now, aren't you? You're passing it down. You're making sure.
I remember someone said to Tom Cheney at the evening mad, "I've gone." Well, it should have been this, should have been that. Tom goes, listen, we're not. You want to do an interview? Shoulda, coulda. It's not happening.
Nah.
Let's talk about what he did do.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the achievements he had.
Because people say, oh, you could have been this, you could have been that, but look at what you did. You won everything as an amateur apart from the Olympics, which you probably would have won.
Yeah. I beat the golden city.
And
still don't know as a
pro.
Yeah. I believe Irish, I won the European title. I just didn't get it. I was like, at one point, I was WBO number 2 in the world when Pacquiao had it. And another thing, when me and Brook fought for the world title, the other world titles were boxed for that month between Pacquiao and Mayweather.
Yeah.
It's not saying I was that level, but I was still a part of that process, if you know what I mean.
There's you and Brook fighting for a world title, and there's Pacquiao and Mayweather fighting for a world title. You're at the world level, and like people saying you've underachieved, and you're at the pinnacle of the sport. It's like, don't really make sense, does it?
Yeah, I know, definitely, yeah. Then obviously, after Eggington, I boxed. Hearn, he got me like Garrido, he just beat Dowder.
Who Eddie Hearn did?
Yeah, he got
what was it like working with Eddie Hearn?
Eddie's personally saying, but when you're not boxing, he don't speak to you.
Who, Eddie?
Yeah, no, I'm just going to say this now, and they
Say
all
it-
agree,
say
and
it how
everyone
it
else
is.
agrees with it. I remember Kell Brook saying the same thing. Kell said it to his face, when I'm at boxing, what are you answering? I'm your world champion.
Yeah.
And then when you are boxing, you can ring him at 3 o'clock in the morning, he'll answer straight away.
They love you when you're winning.
Yeah, I
and
had
they
a
hit it.
European title shot against a 46-year-old called Branko, and I 100% would have won it easy. And he talked me out of it to fight Chris Van Heerden, but then Van Heerden fight cancelled because I fought Brook.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was just mad, like, if you know what I mean. Frank Warren had a soft spot for me, and people say you don't get paid on time. Frank Warren, I always got paid on time.
You always got paid off Frank
Remember
Warren.
one day after the Skeet fight, I said, I haven't been paid on time. It's the last day of my contract today to get paid. And I remember someone turned up at my door with cash.
Cash?
Yeah, just cash. Yeah, it's just mad. Yeah, always.
What? Someone just rocked up?
Someone could give my mum an envelope of cash. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went in the eye because I was thinking to myself, and then because that.
What? So you boxed Skeet.
Yeah, and then 14 working days. I used to have a thing in my contract to get
So
paid.
you get paid within 14 working days.
Yeah,
and
and then
this is
on
the
that,
14th day.
Yeah, and then the money put to the house.
What? Someone just knocked on the door.
One of the managers from the office, yeah, just passed my mum an envelope. Then my
Full of
mum rang
cash?
me, you got an envelope here? I said, open it, mum. She said, and it's full of money. And I was like, so I'm probably happy. I had money at the time. It weren't, but it's just the fact you want to get paid, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
And then just that matchroom hype, which, listen, Eddie's probably the best promoter in the world.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
not
killing
beat
it now,
around the
isn't he?
bush, yeah. He always was back then as well. He only just come back on the scene as well. He just smashed. I want Eddie, I want Eddie. I remember Tom saying it to me, be careful. But obviously, it's my decision. And
Yeah.
Listen, thing with Eddie, you get paid within a day. Like,
get
you
paid-
box, he was there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So he's like,
He's
good with his business, but it's just, he wants the best fights. He don't
really care about you unless you're
I
winning.
thought that, yeah,
It's true. It's true.
He didn't know me to be.
That's boxing,
He
innit?
didn't know. I only went to him at the end, so we didn't really have
Any loyalties or
to me,
anything
he didn't
towards
need
you.
to, so
Yeah, it's a tough game, innit? Pro boxing.
tough, yeah. You just got. That's what I said. I had different ways of doing it. Now I would have stayed with Frank.
What was your biggest regret? Would you say amateur and pro?
I think the way, because when I was a pro, I fell out of love with it. I'll be honest with you. Then I started messing around with the wrong kids. I never took nothing bad, but I used to like go out and party a bit too much close to a fight. Only for 4 or 5 fights. People used to call me fun time, but fun time was because I used to mess around,
Yeah.
slag people and loads of banter. And then more people thought because I was in nightclubs, and then it weren't that at all. But the few fights where I should have probably not been more dedicated, I wasn't.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. Like,
What would you say the worst? What was the worst thing you ever did leading up to a fight? Like, wise? What have you ever done? that you thought, looking back now, you're like,
Eggington,
wow, that was mad.
The Friday to the Sunday, I was just out.
What, before the fight?
Yeah, yeah.
The week before?
The week before, yeah.
So you did a Friday till Sunday.
Yeah, Friday
day,
till Sunday night, yeah.
and then boxed the next weekend.
And I was up after 8 rounds or 7 rounds. It's mad. I don't know how I've done it. Like. And that was at the end of my career, really. I remember at the weigh-in, because I lost that much weight, they called my name, man. I couldn't get up. My brother and the coach had to pick me up. I couldn't get up off the chair.
So what, you having it off around Birmingham?
No, I didn't. Never used to fight or nothing back then.
No, like partying.
Yeah, partying, probably in my kitchen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a clue, but yeah, it's just madness. And then to think I'd go. I remember when I fought Woodhouse. That was when I was going through a bit of a bad time.
He footballer turned professional boxer. Yeah,
yeah, and he was slagging me.
I bet there was a lot of pressure there. You coming
Man, I
up
wanted
from,
to kill him. He's one person I hated.
got in your head.
And I remember because that was when I found out bad personal issues with the family. Someone died, and it just broke me bad. And I remember, you're in this black box and the music's going off. You're about to go out, and I swear, a flick of a coin, I would have walked back the other way and walked out the arena.
What, you wouldn't have boxed?
Yeah, I would have. That close to just walking out the arena.
Really?
And then I walked out there, and I remember going out there. Normally, I'm like slick and boxed. I just went out there and just ran at him and had a scrap. For
What, it was in your head that much? You was like,
and the fact that I knew I took the piss with training. I weren't training. I remember walking on Monday, 11 stone 9, I had to be 10-7 on the Friday. So like 16 pound in like 4.5 days. And he just killed me. And then when I was walking out to that ring, I was that close to walking straight back out of the arena.
Yeah.
And just not speaking to anyone, just going home.
You beat Woodhouse?
Yeah, I beat him, yeah.
Just split decision, was it?
It was split. It was never split. He told himself. I won probably 8-9 rounds. 9 rounds, 3-8-4. And then the other week he phoned me, he said, do you want to do a 13th round? So we done a podcast like
have you?
And then we had a spar for a round, yeah.
That's
good crack.
You get better of him.
I bashed you, Curtis.
So your last fight as a pro, you've boxed Brook now.
Yeah.
Been beat off Brook. You've got paid nicely.
Yeah.
Have you thought, oh, I'm hanging the gloves up here?
I went to Breen, yeah. It's all over the Google anyway, and we've gone into Breen. Then my mate's having a scrap with some guys, and they're both like not really big fighters, and like so they're drunk, can't stand up. So I'm laughing, and someone smacked the chair off my head. So then he just went off. But luckily, he threw the stool from across the room, but the cushion hit me in the head.
Not the
so
wood.
It didn't hurt me. Yeah. Then I was just started like you would have thought I was a banger because I was just knocking everyone out, even though I'm not.
And did you get done for that?
Yeah, I got done for that.
Straight after the Brook fight.
The week
arrested.
After, the week after, yeah.
What, you get arrested?
I was in my caravan and I seen the police come, so I'm hidden. When you lift the chair up,
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
hidden there. Then I heard one of the guys' kids go, "Oh, Frankie's just in there hiding on the chair." I look quick. These are young kids. And then I got nicked, and then went to British Boxing Board of Control, big meeting. I was reminded, went, listen, what we're gonna do, yeah. This is like probably 6 weeks after I've been done. When you do your community service, we'll let you box. So I had 200 hours. So when
you
I
did
done
200 hours of community service after the Brook
already
fight.
had them done. I'm doing them day and night. I just whacked them out in about 2 weeks.
So you've
I
just boxed for the world title.
Yeah.
You've been paid nicely, and now you're doing community service.
In a charity shop. So no one seen me. I was in the back of a charity shop.
Oh, that's class.
And then I remember I've got a nice one. I had the paper with me to say I completed my hours because I thought that was going to come. So I passed them. So they were thinking, no, we can't even ban him. What we're going to do? So then Eddie Hearn's got onto him. Listen, Frankie's fighting in 3.5 months. Ban him for 3 months. So then you don't look like you've let him off either.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Ban me to a week before.
So you'll train, and then half a month comes, and then it's
fight,
fight.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Eddie got in touch with me. I said, just ban him for the 3 months. So I've got the letter saying I've been banned. So I'm ringing Eddie up going, ban me. And they said they wouldn't. He goes, yeah, but you're not fighting till after that anyway. So then I clocked on then. So it was all good, yeah.
So who did you box after the Brook fight? Did you think about retiring or not?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Then I fought Garrido. He beat Bradley Saunders and Dowd the Olympic silver medalist. So that was their fight to get me out.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's get him off the books. But then I beat him. So I think that done that. Then I remember I got with Willie Limond. This is a mad story as well. With Willie Limond and I'm boxing on these shows. I took a bit less money, a few grand, just for a quick 6-rounder.
Yeah, yeah.
After I've already been paid a decent pay. So I've got this. You're not fighting, Frank. He's pulled out. So you give me half the money. So me and him have gone out.
Are you and Willie Lemon?
Yeah, they'll tell you this himself till 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm rough. Then they got a phone call, like, your opponent's here, Frank. I went, shut up. So I went to the weigh-in, had to lose £4, and then I boxed the same night. Crazy, right? But that's not my fault this time.
No.
I thought I wasn't boxing.
You thought you weren't boxing,
yeah,
so you gone out with Willie Lemon, and then you boxed the next morning.
Yeah, madness, crazy. And then I boxed, then...
You boxed Laranga was your last fight?
Laranga, yeah. I remember getting the phone call saying, I said, I'm 14 stone. It's like just under 3 months. I said, I'm 14 stone. I said, I won't do it. Just do what you can. So I boxed Kevin McCauley about a month before that fight, just because you have to get a win.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, I've already got a win, yeah, but you ain't had a win in the last 12 months. So I beat McCauley, beat him comfortably, and then I got to 11 stone, and then I went back to the gym the next day. I was 12 stone 8. I was like, oh no. Then I only had the 4 weeks, and I got down to 10, 11, but it just wouldn't come off me.
Yeah.
You
missed weight for that Laranga fight, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you get fined?
10 grand out the contract, but it was already in the contract before it, but they'd still give me 25, so it's so nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I remember they were arguing, like Errol's like just lawless for like Johnson, so he's arguing with him about the bad boys gloves, what they had on.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm wanting food, I am, so I'm going, I walked in and said, what are you arguing over? And then someone's gone, these gloves. I said, is he wearing them? And they went, yeah. I went, sound then, sweet,
yeah.
done.
If you both got the same gloves, it's all right, isn't it?
And then I had 4.5 grand ticket money in Spain, like, so I probably sold about 40 tickets. And I went past it, he went, it's yours. Just because I done that club thing, he said, I've never worked with anyone as easy as you.
Yeah.
Said you didn't beat around the contracts, you didn't ask for more.
Just straight to it.
Straight to it. So I went to get the phone off, he went, it's yours, keep it. And then when they were paying me, because it's in Spain, they have to tax you.
Yeah.
So he's going to give me like, say from the 25, I think I was getting 17. I said, you're really doing that, mate? I said, I've done everything you asked for, and then they just sent me the 25 grand within half an hour. He said, you know what, you're right. You sent me the 25 grand.
So you sorted.
Yeah, it was nice.
And then after that Laranga fight, did you know, I'm done here?
Nah, I've had it in my mind. I was going to fight again, yeah. I still had it in my fight, but at 11 stone, yeah. Because I was winning the fight.
Yeah.
It's just because I had wrong tactics for the fight. I was going out to fight. I thought, you know, I'd do it again. But then at the same time, I was coaching. Then I started coaching for this game. I started loving it. And
you
got
just
good
slowly...
fighters, yeah. I lose to Adam Assimi. I had 22.
Jay Turner.
Yeah, Jay.
Yeah,
Jay's a good kid. He's doing it MMA now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's doing really well for himself. He's got his own gym.
Yeah.
I think he's come from money, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's a bit hard for him to. And he was classy, was he?
I boxed that day.
Yeah, you won him, didn't you?
Adam Azim. He boxed Adam Azim. I boxed that day, yeah.
Yeah, I just thought, like, when he used to fight day after day, he used to struggle a bit with it. Some people can do it and some people can't.
Yeah.
On the one day, he was class, but then when he used to,
days,
he used to take it a bit out of him. I think with the bathing to make weight and stuff like that, I think that used to get with him.
But would you say the coaching side like saved you from boxing again?
100%. I reckon, like, now I can't tell you the last time I drank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never touch anything again. That's a fact.
That's class.
Just the way I am now. That's what I say. If I know now what I knew then.
Yeah.
I feel like I've trained for the first time in 4 years last night. I went on a circuit class, like in the gym, but I do my runs and all that. I've only just started them, but now like I just feel like a new person, if you know what I mean. I'm coaching at a gym in Razor Robinson's, and it's a good gym. His name's Lewis.
Yeah.
He's a gay bloke, to be fair, but he don't really matter. But
yeah,
so the gym is so nice, and there's so many people in there. Yeah. And from all different countries, everything, and everyone just sticks together. I've never seen a gym ran like he's like it's everyone.
Yeah, so you're loving it.
Yeah, like 40 people in there a session. Just starting the amateurs. We've got Steve O'Rourke coming out. So we're just starting the amateurs now, and we'll probably be able to open in September. So we're doing well.
Yeah, that's class. So you boxing coaching and boxing saves.
I was at Hall Green for a good while, but because I moved to Droitwich, the travelling distance and that, so I've just gone here now. So I think this is gonna be good year for me now. Yeah, I haven't been coaching. I probably ain't done a corner in nearly a year. Last corner I done was Rob McCracken's nephew, Max McCracken.
Yeah.
On his home show, yeah, because I get on really well with the dad. And he's had 717 with Max has. I think he's had some like 918 anyway, but he was always one with me. And sadly, he had a brain tumour a couple of months ago, so he won't box again. But luckily, he's healthy again. And
it's a good side. What a lot of ex-boxers do, they go into coaching, don't they? It's like
best thing going. Yeah, like you won. Now when you know yourself, you got your level 1. When someone wins, but when you get robbed, I'm going mad. Yeah. I have to stop myself. I have to walk out, so I end up getting banned. Yeah. It's good, yeah.
If you could ask it, Sam, as well, if you could give like any advice to any upcoming youngsters, fighters, boxers, what would you say? Like, what would you say you've avoided?
I'll do with 3 things. First thing, if you're in a gym and it's not working and you're not improving, don't think loyalty has to do it. It's like you've got to fit like a glove your coach has. So if you're there and you're not improving or you've gone stale, obviously go and see him. Just explain whatever situation with. I don't think you have to. If you like Tom Chaney was the man for me, like your coach Adrian's the man for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, but if something's not working, don't think you get one chance only. So make the most of it. To obviously got to have discipline and dedication.
Yeah,
you've got to have that. Like as an amateur, I had it in abundance, and like a lot of my pro career I did. But sometimes I'd go on the slide, but yeah, dedication. You want to be training when the others won't, prepared to do things what other people won't do.
Yeah.
And probably 3, I'd say, just watch who you're around. Either you need a lot of people like your best friends, but they're the main ones who are hating on you.
Yeah, you need to surround yourself.
Keep your circle small and just make sure everyone's there for you.
Yeah, surround yourself with good people.
That's it, perfect.
Yeah, that's it. Episode 2 done and dusted with Frankie. Great episode. Some proper good stories there. Stuff you've probably never heard before, and it's good to see a side of boxing what people don't really talk about in it.
Definitely, yeah. So thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Frankie. Again. Always good.
Nice one.
Thanks for watching, guys. Another episode coming soon. Make sure you like, subscribe, keep watching, and keep following us on social media. Thanks a lot for your support.